I want to talk about something pretty important today that affects everyone, and it can affect people for a long goddamn time. How we approach discussing fitness and nutrition with our kids and with our youth in general. We moved. I found something I wrote at the end of 1991. I'm going to flip you around and show you so you can see I'm not just making this up. Right here. You can probably read the line, but I'll read it too. Dear Mom and Dad, in 1992, I hope I can lose weight. I would have been 8. At 8 years old, going into 9 years old, my first goal was to lose weight. Almost 31 years later, I can tell you that I remember how that kid feels because that kid is still in there. All the comments about being overweight, about being fat, of course, those play into your psyche because now you think you're useless. Now you think unless you lose weight, people don't love you or care about you. It plays a role in everything you do, in the decisions you make and the decisions you don't make. How much you put yourself out there, how much you worry about the opinions of others, which tends to be pretty fucking high. You'll literally look at yourself in the mirror and think about wanting to get a fucking butcher knife to cut off your love handles. Had that one. How about, I can't do this, I can't get this weight off, there's no point to even being here anymore. Yeah, that was good times during teenage hormone years. A lot of times, as we get older and we become adults, how we talk to ourselves is somewhat representative of how we were talked to. So, what can we do as parents, as medical providers, as teachers, as leaders of our children's lives? Number one is always going to be to lead by example. If we want our kids to have good nutrition habits, we need to lay the foundation for good nutrition habits. This does not mean you have to meal prep every week and track every single morsel of food that goes in your mouth. But it does mean taking a little bit of time to try and understand food choices, food options, how to distinguish between good, better, best options. Helping them be involved, helping them be active, helping put themselves out there and be willing to fail. Learning ourselves so that we can pass that information along to them when they have questions, which they will. Now, that gets tricky because there's so much confusing information on the internet that it can become overwhelming and you begin to wonder, like, am I even telling them the right things? But here are a few basics. You can have pizza rolls, but you also need to learn to eat vegetables. You can have some ice cream, but you need to eat your chicken and your steak and your beef or your pork too, as long as you like those things and they fit within your life. We can talk to them about why it's important to have water, but how we can fit the occasional soft drink into an overall healthy diet. We make use of the tools available to us. Instapots, crock pots. We get them involved with that. Show them how to cut up some veggies. Let them pick some recipes that look good, and then you try making them as a family. Having some healthier on-the-go meals. I tell clients all the time, my wife even makes them sometimes, some of these new TV dinners are super high protein, and the calories on them are pretty good. Doesn't mean I recommend eating them all the time, but sometimes you're going for the good option, not the best option. And your kids are going to be faced with having to make those decisions as they get older. Adult and youth obesity rates are at an all-time high, and they're just climbing. As the parents, we are the initial leaders in our children's lives. As the leaders, it's up to us to put them in the best position possible to succeed. I can tell you right now, putting them in a position as an adult where they have body image issues, they have issues surrounding food, and they have issues with their health, shit ain't the way to do it.